Okay folks, so the ingredients that I have is Supreme Nutrition, lean protein, chocolate milkshake flavour, some coconut, desiccated coconut or coconut flour depending on where you buy it, a little bit of milk, and then some powdered peanut butter as well using PB2, and some eggs. So basically I'm going to put a scoop, maybe half a scoop, a few hundred mils of this, a tablespoon or two of the peanut butter, and then about maybe one full egg and 2 or 3 egg whites, all in here, and mix it up on my blender. And a lot of it is kind of just going with personal preference and kind of seeing what gets you what kind of results for what you like. Obviously, if you don't like coconut, don't use coconut flour. You could use a banana or some oats instead. This PB2 is actually really cool. It tastes exactly like peanut butter, 85% less calories and stuff like that. So if you are somebody that's watching your calories, it's useful. Or if you're tracking your macronutrients, it's kind of handy for that as well. And the normal way to use it, you would get, I think it's 2 tablespoons, mix it in with some water, it comes to a paste, and use it just like peanut butter. And it's gorgeous. This is chocolate flavour, and you can get normal flavour also. So I'm going to put about a tablespoon or 2 of this in also. Next, I'd say I'm going to put in about maybe 1 full egg and 2 egg whites, and I'm going to start with maybe 300 mils of milk and see what that consistency looks like then for pancakes. So I've added all my ingredients in. I'm going to use my NutriBullet just to mix it up because I don't know where the full blender is. Once I have it mixed, going to check consistency, see do I need to add a bit more milk or a bit more powder or stuff like that to get it what I want to look like. So I've added all my ingredients in. I'm going to use my NutriBullet just to mix it up because I don't know where the full blender is. Once I have it mixed, going to check consistency, see do I need to add a bit more milk or a bit more powder or stuff like that to get it what I want to look like. Okay, so that's blended up, and I'm going to check the consistency of that now. So I don't want it too runny, I want it a little bit thick. I think I could probably do making that a little bit thicker. Okay, so I added in 1 more scoop of protein and about 20 grams of oats just to thicken up it, so that looks much better now. So next what I'm going to do is get the pan on, not too hot though, because one side will cook much quicker than the other and they'll kind of tend to burn on you. So medium heat, and I do use the lid of the frying pan for this as well because it really helps to cook it on more evenly. So I'll get those on and show you what they look like. In terms of what I'm going to cook it with now, you have 2 choices. You could use coconut oil, or if you're again being calorie conscious, you could just use your normal kind of fry light or one of the sprays like that. This is pretty good frying pan though, so it shouldn't need too much stuff on it. Of course, you could use butter like Kerrygold or something like that again, all down to personal preference. Now I'm going to pour this in a second, but a little tip for you, how to know when should you kind of flip them or that. When you have them in here, and watch the top of it, when you see bubbles starting to come, that's when you can kind of know the other side is done and you can flip it over. And to help you when you're putting them out, I use this little measuring thing, but even like your protein measure or something like that just helps to give better consistent size with the pancakes you're making, so I kind of tend to use that. So I have this one in here now, so I'm going to be watching the bubbles on the top. Now that's a small one. Totally personal preference what size you want it to be. When I see the kind of bigger bubbles starting to form, I know it's going to be ready to flip, so I'll show you what it looks like. There we can see, it actually looks really good. It smells really good as well. I've added a little bit more milk to the mixture as well because it was a little bit thick. So I've added a little bit of milk, but that smells gorgeous. And remember now, your second side isn't going to need as long as the first side because it'll already be pretty much cooked. I said that's a small one, well, big plate, but that's a small one, so I'll make some bigger ones now. Okay folks, so here I have some of the pancakes out, and I'm going to top them with some Nut Butter's protein almond butter. This is really tasty, so a little spoon over the top of each of them, ideally when they're good and hot, so that this kind of melts into it a little bit. And yeah, then they're going to get devoured. Hope you enjoy them.